Okay, hi, this is another UGC tutorial. I haven't been posting much lately, but since I got like a suggestion of making like a 3D face mask like try on tutorial, like last time I did like UV unwrap, right? But I didn't really teach you guys how to apply the texture and like import it into Studio and uploading and so on. Well, actually, I usually do not do like the uploads myself. I'll just like walk you through like the try on process and how to adjust like the size of a face and so on. So currently there are like mainly three types of faces on the catalog. We have these kind of like dynamic heads, and the best part about these heads is that you can just like change the skin color along with like the face, so that's very convenient. And it's also like cheaper than the other two, right? The floor pricing. And then there's face masks, which would cost more because you would need to upload many recolors. And then there's like 3D eyes. So actually among these three, like I feel like these type of faces are the ones I would recommend the most because it's like cheaper, and also I feel like the market is bigger because people would like just get a face for cheaper, obviously. Besides that, they can also recolor it, so it will be really convenient for the buyers. And next, I would recommend doing 3D eyes. These are actually less popular right now because of the fake headless band wave. So these 3D eyes are less popular now, but I feel like there's still like people who would buy them. I still get some sales, even though like I saw a decrease in sales after the headless band wave. And then there's face masks. As you can see, like this face mask, it's white, kind of like mauve. So you would have to like make as many like skin color recolors as possible. So actually, I don't think like it's the best option out of like the three. It's probably the last option I would go for. But I do feel like there are specific applications. For example, there are bruises, right? And that means like maybe it wouldn't pass for a dynamic head because I feel like there are regulations. Well, my uploader friend, she actually got a warrant once for trying to upload a dynamic head with makeup, which sounds crazy because there's nothing wrong with makeup, right? But apparently this rule doesn't apply for 3D faces or face masks. It only applies for dynamic heads. I do not know why, but probably that's why like some people would opt for face masks instead of dynamic heads. And also I totally like get it. It's like really annoying to make these bruises into 3D and stuff. So yeah, there are some like practical application to these things, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. This face is donated to me by this artist I'm showing on the screen right now. I think her name is Somi, but I don't know like how to pronounce it or anything. So if you want to commission her, definitely go for it because I feel like her art is really amazing. I have seen her work before, and she is also like the person who requested this tutorial. Okay, so basically you're gonna take this face concept because most face concepts are given in the format of PNGs, right? But you cannot directly apply an image with like transparent background into like the studio without like it being like really weird and with like a I feel like I remember like if it's transparent it will automatically be black, the pure black, the 00000 black. Okay, so anyways, we want to like basically add a layer underneath the face concept and fill it out with like whatever skin color you want. Obviously you can just like take a screenshot of like the roblox avatar customization page and then color pick the colors to apply it to the face. I'm just gonna do white for now because I'm just gonna like trying to save some time, and then you are gonna save the file. Yes. After saving the file, you can open up Blender. There's gonna be a cube, and you're just gonna press X to delete that cube, and then you can import your OBJ file. So the basic head. Let me try to find mine because I don't know where I put it. Okay, I'm gonna use the cheeks head as like the head I'm gonna use for this tutorial, but obviously you can use a regular head or normal head. It all works the same. Like basically the process is the same. You just have to like follow what I'm doing right here. Actually, like moving it isn't even necessary. So let me check like the UV. If you don't have a UV unwrapped unwrapped head, like which is ready like this, you should watch my other tutorial where I show how to unwrap this head. But also like you can just like download one if your friend has one or whatever. And now we're gonna go to this little like red sphere called material, and basically you're gonna delete the old texture if there is one and just add a new one. Oh wait, no, not here. Just like press this new button and then add a new one, and then find your file and open the image of the face concept that we added a background to. And you're gonna say like, oh, this didn't do anything, like there's nothing here. That's because like by default you're in this mode, like it's called material mode, and you just have to go here, the like little triangle, like the arrow pointing down, right here, and you're gonna go to color, and instead of material you're gonna click texture. Okay, so now we can see our face, but if you want like a more flat color, you can also just turn the lighting into flat. Yeah, so that wouldn't like affect how it looks in studio. It wouldn't be like bright like that. It would just be normal lighting in studio, but it's just more convenient for us in Blender. So right now you can see like the face is really stretched out and weird. That's probably because like the sizing of the face isn't very good. So basically if the face size is too big, it will get stretched out because we're using project from view for the UV. It's not that project from view is wrong. You just have to adjust the size of the UV. So we're gonna go to UV editing, and right now there's like 4 selection modes. The first selection mode is vertices, which is the default mode, and basically you're gonna be like clicking vertices like one by one. We don't want that. We want the 4th mode, which is the like object separation. I don't know what to call it, but oh, it's the island mode. Okay, so basically you're gonna want to select this whole face, like this whole area. It's like the front of the face, UV, and I don't know why it's in 2 pieces. Maybe it's because like the seams or like the model is kind of weird, but you just have to drag like this, and then you'll have like the whole front face selected, and then you're just gonna press S to size it, and maybe hold down Control if you want, but I'm not going to. So just like make the UV bigger, and you can see like this, the face on the head would be smaller, if that makes sense, because you know when the UV is bigger, the area it's covering is bigger, and the face would be relatively smaller compared to the area. Okay, that's so confusing. Just do what I do, okay? So I feel like for reference you can add like a hair that you own. If you don't own any hair, probably just like download a Roblox default one. Please do not steal any hair methods. Like it's like really frowned upon. I feel like if you did like buy a hair from another UGC artist before, then it's totally fine if you reuse it for positioning reference. For now, I'm just gonna do like this is fine for now. But also like don't make your UVs go beyond like the box. Sometimes it's fine because the Blender or like the system or something would just like make this part like here, if that makes sense. Okay, I don't know like if you can catch on, but it doesn't always work, so I wouldn't recommend doing this. But if you're like me, like the face concept you're using right now is like this, and it still kind of doesn't fit because you can see like maybe with hair, you know, the eyes would be covered, like assuming the bangs are here, then you're probably gonna have to adjust this face in your like editing, like your texturing software, like Ibis, Procreate, Krita, whatever. So you probably have to readjust the sizing. For now, although it's not recommended, I'm just gonna do this to make it like faster, the process faster, right? Like I said, if you have hair for reference, definitely import it, but I'm just gonna skip that for now. Like teach you how to export the file. So you're gonna select this file, and if there's any other objects, like model objects, make sure to hide them. So you can just like select the object and press Ctrl I and click H, which is hide, and then you reselect the object and click export right here. And OBJ file is fine. I'm just gonna name this test. Okay, wait, no, that's already taken. test 6 7. Okay, now we're gonna export it, and I'll just like teach you how to apply it in Studio. Okay, wait, before you do that, actually, before you export, you have to check the face orientation. The face orientation is basically telling you like if the faces are on like towards a correct, like, I don't know how to describe it. Basically, like, blue is good. Blue is fine. Like, blue means you're ready to go. So you can check it here. Yes. And now we can just like close the file. Save it if you want. I'm just not going to because I have like a lot of recent projects I'm working on. When you open up Studio, just like choose the base plate game. You should not have like these three mannequins. You should only have like the base plate and the spawn. So to get the mannequins, you should watch K3D's video on how to try on your Roblox UGC concepts. Well, it's not actually concepts, but whatever. In the description of this video, you're gonna be able to find the model packs and asset creator plugin. So I'm assuming that you have that right now. And you're gonna, after you like import those things into your game, your try-on games, you're gonna click Insert Object. Right click on the base plate and click Insert Object and search object. You're just gonna search mesh part. It should be the first result. And after adding a mesh part, you can scroll down. Like, I'm assuming that you already have properties on. If you don't, I don't know where to find it honestly, but oh wait, it's here. So properties can be found under home, and it's right next to the explorer. It's called properties, and you can scroll down on the appearance, and then you'll find something called a mesh ID with a little folder icon on the side. So click that folder icon and it'll open up your folder. And I'm just gonna find my model. It's called test 67, and you're just gonna open it. And when it asks about like the location data, just click no, or else it's gonna just move to the spawn or something. Yeah, it's taking forever. I don't know why. Okay, and the mesh should also be automatically downloaded from your computer, since like those are linked together with the OBJ file like in your desktop, assuming you didn't change anything after you opened up Blender. So I'm not going to be teaching you how to apply your mesh because I'm assuming like the mesh is already applied, and it might not always be facing directly towards your camera. So see what I did just right there? Just like you use the rotate tool to rotate it so that it's facing towards you. And now we're just gonna move the head onto the mannequin so that it like fits the mannequin somewhat. There's definitely gonna be a lot of adjustments. So if you lose your camera, just click on the object and click F, and it'll like redirect you onto the object. And just basically use the move tool to apply your head onto the woman mannequin. Yeah, if you don't want like these chunky movements, hold down shift and you'll be able to adjust the movement, like the positions more slightly. And then you're gonna go to plugins and find the asset creator. So we're gonna click on accessory and click on the mesh part, and assign the character to the mannequin. And it can be a hat attachment or face front attachment. I'm just gonna go for hat. And classic, click classic, and then next. And you're gonna see that there's something floating above. Like, don't move that at all. Don't change that. And just like find the 3D model. So this is a 3D model, under the Cairo accessory models. And then rename this. Well, I'm gonna explain this later, but if you watch K3D's video, you'll also like figure it out yourself, like from the video. So you can rename this to match the script. I went with emo fart, which is one of my friends' name, and basically it has to match the script. The script, like in the script, there's like this on the third row. There's local asset name equals. So you have to have these little symbols around like the name of your asset. Okay, so I always go for emo fart. Now you can just like press this little play button. When you're in the game, you can now try it on. Okay, like I said, like the positioning does take a lot of time to adjust. So sometimes it's gonna be funky like that. You're just gonna have to move it back. So that's why you keep the mesh part. Like you can delete it if you want, like after you get the position. But anyways, you cannot, and I cannot stress this enough, you cannot directly move the try on object. You have to redo the whole thing again. So basically you have to find the mesh part again and then move it back and convert it into an like try on plug-in accessory thing again. So it's kind of like complex, I guess, but there's honestly no better way. So we're just gonna have to do everything again. Oh wait, no, I clicked the wrong thing. It's not the head. Make sure it's called mesh part. Yeah. And now we have this again. We're just gonna drag it under the 3D model and name it again. Just like repeat the whole process. Obviously, if you change the name in the script, like for the first time, you wouldn't have to change it again. And there we go, like the perfectly applied face. Well, it does take like some work, especially like during the adjustments. If you're like a beginner, like if you're not that familiar with Studio and you don't know like how off you are, but basically this is what it should look like after you succeed. Obviously this works with any other like skin colors, like on the mask, on like the background of the mask, the face concept. And let me show you like how it looks when I'm bald. Yeah, so basically there's gonna be some clipping with the with your head like on the back, but no one's gonna see that, right? And plus like the skin color is gonna be the same, like assuming that the buyer is gonna change their face, like their skin color to match the face. Okay, this sounds so wrong, but I'm referring to the avatar, okay? And after you try on, you should be able to upload. You can just like watch some other tutorials on how to upload a UGC object. It like the upload process of like a face mask is the same to that of a normal accessory. So I hope you enjoyed this video and let me know if there's any questions. Also, for more tutorial suggestions, you can join the server in the description and just let me know.